Come along as we explore more of the Southwest.
It's so crazy looking back down at the road that we just drove all the way up to the top of this mountain. And that birdie did it. What you doing over there?
Toasting my bread.
Time for a flip?
Yeah.
You're too much.
I'll have toast though.
Good morning from Bryce Canyon National Park.
Today we're gonna hike the Navajo Loop and Queen's Garden Trail. So this tree right here is absolutely blowing our mind because so many of its roots have been uncovered, and so are the crazy limestone hoodoos. It's drastically different than some of the other parks we've been in Utah, because all the rock formations are sandstone, and it does not erode away in the same fashion as this limestone does.
Do you think it really looks like the Queen? I do.
This is my home now.
We're in complete shock that there's still snow on the ground here in Bryce Canyon. It was like close to 70 degrees today, but I guess it didn't melt enough.
So today's our second day in Bryce Canyon. We're gonna do the Fairyland Loop today because it sounds freaking magical. So we're here in the Fairyland Canyon and the colors are magnificent. And I learned yesterday that the limestone formations we're looking at are really white, like originally, but then little bits of iron, different amounts of iron in the rock changes their colors, and that's why we get all the different reds, oranges, and pinks. We're on top of the Boat Mesa. We just hiked all through that freaking magical Fairyland Canyon. So fun fact about Jacob, I call my grandmother's every Wednesday, and my bubby always talks about a trip she took with my dad horseback riding in the Grand Canyon. So when we had the opportunity to do so in Bryce, we jumped on it. So we're in the belly of the dragon. It's a man-made hole in this rock for water to flow through, but the way the water has cut the sandstone is just magnificent looking. We've been having a little bit of a problem. If you guys remember, over the winter, our ceiling poked holes in the roof and we had some leaks and we fixed that. But since then, it's been significantly dropping. You can see the distance from the ceiling on this side of the truck is way different than the distance here. So we're gonna fix this by taking a piece of 1x2 board and pushing it up and creating a shelf to wedge the ceiling back up towards the roof. So I went to an Ace Hardware today. We got our material, singular, because this is very, not very many materials needed for this job, and we'll hopefully fix the roof.
Now hopefully this will fix our saggy roof problem.
Our roof fixing attracted another nomad, and he told us about a sweet spot and a nice little nomadic community to spend the night with.
We're here at Coral Pink Sand Dunes State Park in Utah, and we're just kind of exploring, walking around them.
We met another travel couple out exploring the dunes, and they let me use the sand sled they rented. It was awesome. This morning, we were leaving the Pink Sands State Park, hanging out in some pink sand dunes, and we saw this road, and it was like Kanab Canyon Road. We're like, cool, we like a canyon road, so we drove down it, and on the road is this humongous animal cemetery. It's probably the most beautiful and touching way to put your pet to rest that I've ever seen, and it's humongous.
And just north of the pet cemetery was this awesome sand cave.
We're driving out to see an abandoned town that then became a movie set where one of my dad's favorite films, the outlaw Josie Wales, was created. And look at this insanity that we're driving through. We can't find any of the ghost town or movie set remnants. We read that the movie set was burnt down, but we should still be able to see parts of it. So right now we just drove like 8 miles down a washboard terrible road to stand in a mostly dry up riverbed. So good day so far.
We actually just had to cross the river, and All Trails was wrong with the location of where the cellar and the old chimney are. As we keep walking along the trail, this one looks like it burnt down because the whole ground is all black.
And we did read that part of the movie set burnt down, which kind of makes sense why there's some concrete and some railroad ties, because settlers in like the 1800s wouldn't have had that. But that building over there looks a little more authentic.
We kept walking a little bit further and came across these two buildings, and this one definitely was the cellar. We're making our way towards Page, Arizona, and we stopped at this trail called the Toadstools, and that's what these little guys are here. And Jacob's pretending to be one as well.
I'm a toadstool. Toadstool. Sam's making some pancakes. Me and Winston are doing some yoga. And we're hanging out here by Lake Powell.
Welcome to the Grand Canyon. I'm cooking dinner and I peek out the window and they're all just hanging out literally right here. Good morning from the Grand Canyon.
So the sun's not even up yet, but we're going to do an epic hike. We're hiking from the south rim to the south rim. So it's kind of rim to rim, but not really. But it's still gonna be a 16-mile epic journey, and we're excited to watch the sunrise come up as we go down the South Kabob Trail.
One mile in, made it to Ooh-Ah Point. The views have been gorgeous so far with the sun coming up, and we're feeling great.
We're about 2 miles in at Cedar Ridge. It's windy, we've been walking downhill, so we're feeling great.
Mile 3, we've delayered a little bit, but still doing great. We just came around the corner, and it's our first glimpse of the river. Making our way down.
4 miles in and feeling great.
5 miles in, it's been a lot of switchbacks and a lot of downhill.
Six miles in and almost to the river. I'm gonna take a swim when we get down there.
It's mile 7, the sun is shining. There's not a single cloud in the sky, so every opportunity of shade we like to stand under.
We're 8 miles in, just past the mules, about to cross this bridge and be on the other side of the river, and then it's all uphill from here. So I did not take a full swim. It was way too cold at 8:45 in the morning when we got to the bottom of the canyon.
We're 9 miles in. We just took a long break on the beach back there and had a little snack.
Mile 10 and we're still feeling great.
We're 11 miles in. We just got to this cave and we're almost to Indian Garden.
We're at mile 12. The uphill is already feeling brutal, but look at these cool tadpoles I found in here. Look at them swimming around.
Look how big he is. Just sunbathing. Mile 13, shade feels glorious right now, but we're still going.
Mile 14, and we're heading up the Bright Angel.
Mile 15, we passed 3 Mile Rest House and we're still going.
Mile 16, got like 1.5 more to go. We can see the finish.
Oh, we're so close. And we did it.
That was intense.
Somewhere between 16 and 18 miles it ended up being.
It was awesome though. Good morning, everybody. We're parked here by the Vermilion Cliffs, and I want to show you one of my favorite things about being in this part of the desert is the sun is hitting this side of the cliffs, so we can see them perfectly. When you turn around, it's casting a shadow on that side, so it's just a black, ominous wall, and I love watching the colors change as the sun moves across the sky. We're here at the Lonely Dell Ranch, here at Lee's Ferry in Arizona. This ranch used to support the families that operated the ferry crossing here on the Colorado River, which is the only crossing pretty much from here until south of the Grand Canyon. And it's incredible that the fruit trees are still around.
Such a crazy man. The Colorado River is like 50 degrees right now. Entering Zion National Park through the tunnel is breathtaking. So we're in Zion for the next few days.
And it's Sammy's birthday.
Woohoo! And we got really lucky last night and we applied for the lottery to do Angel's Landing today and we won it. So it is a chilly morning because we got the one before 9 a.m. but we're out here and doing it.
We're here almost to the top of Angel's Landing, and it's incredibly crazy. We're going all the way up there. I'm a little nervous for the rest of this. Today's our second day in Zion. Yesterday was incredible. We hiked the Angel's Landing.
And we also got engaged on my birthday.
So it was a wonderful, wonderful day. And today we're going to hike the Court of the Patriarchs. So the Sand Bench Trail is definitely sandy. We're heading up to the Kolb Canyon area of Zion to hike the Kolb Arch, which is possibly the largest freestanding arch in America, and we're following this other camper, and he's got a giant metal Sasquatch tied up to the back of his camper. So if you see a Sasquatch in the woods, it could be this guy just trying to freak you out. There's some snow up on the side of that mountain that's always shaded. It's like t-shirt weather, but at elevation there's still snow.
And we found the arch.
It's humongous, but because we can't get close to it, I feel like the size isn't as impactful.
It was still a pretty hike.
But I ended up finding a better view of it.
If you have the chance, get yourself to Utah. It's been one of our favorites. Thanks for watching.